Hey, welcome back everybody to the channel. It's a beautiful day on the farm. It's a bit chilly, so I'm all wrapped up. But my goal today, well, we'll just get into it. So I put this swarm trap, this one right here, out yesterday. It looks just like a regular beehive, because it is. And what I did is inside the hood here, I put a few drops of this bee bait on that cotton ball to give a little bit of a scent. Bee bait is basically lemongrass oil with some pheromones, and a few drops right here. It's a cold day, so the bees are sleeping. But my goal is whenever these bees decide that they need to swarm, that they'll come out, they'll find this other box, they'll make their home here. So I catch that swarm. I have 3 hives. I did go into last year with 5 hives, or last winter with 5 hives, but 3 of them died out. So I've got 2, and I'm hoping to catch another swarm, and then I'm going to take some over to a buddy's place. Hopefully I'll catch some over there. That way we can strengthen it back up to 5 hives. There's some pros to keeping bees. Lots of them, actually. They're not the cheapest things to get into. You know, if you go, I love watching these chickens just kind of roaming around. It costs like $300 to $400 to get into a hive with some bees in it, you know, for the boxes and the full setup and such. The benefits are, 1, fulfillment. You get to see these bees working hard. They work hard, so hard. Most animals I've found work pretty hard. Those chickens are always working. Bees, always working. Dog and cows, they're kind of doing stuff, but not always working. So I'd say always on alert, unless she's sleeping. But maybe that is working, you know. I don't know. She's a good dog. Sweet little dog. The cows, you know, I guess part of their job is to put on meat. And so they're working to do it. So maybe I'm wrong. Maybe animals always work. Yeah. The other day we were doing a ton of fence work. We're replacing some fences out there back by the pond, because there are just so many trees and bushes and all that kind of stuff growing up in the fence line. So we're reworking that fence line right there, and this one right here. We've only got a couple strands up on this one, and then just 1 strand on this one. But we've got where I tore out in a house that we're working on, tore out a bunch of concrete, and so I put it here in this low spot. You could either buy rocks or you get free concrete by tearing it out of a house. Well, I guess we bought the house, so, you know. Anyway, we got this concrete that otherwise would have gone on the dump. I can just level out this low area right here, cover it up with dirt, and then it will help to make this not as big of a muddy spot. And then I'm going to go, there's a ton of barbed wire. See all this barbed wire and fencing and such that we pulled up? It was a pretty big mess. But I've got several more big round balls of barbed wire in the pasture I'm going to go and grab after I smooth out that area. Whoa, so I was listening to some songs. Got that off. Anyway, it's a bit chilly still, but as I've spoken in the past, I want you to learn from my mistakes. Look at the distance between this wire and these trees. A little bit too close to get my tractor. Let me show you the problem with that. You see this? The bumps are facing the trees, meaning the wire that we pull has got to go through here. I don't know how we're going to do it because, you know, there's just not a lot of space there. If I would have flipped the post around the other way and had the bumps on towards me instead of right here, then we wouldn't have this problem. We could just drive on, you know, on this big open side and pull the other fence. Learn from me. Don't do that. Now I have been clearing a bit of the fence line. Let me show you this. So I'm just going to take a load up there. I was going to wait until I just unloaded the tractor of the metal, but I figured, you know, if I'm under driving the tractor up, Might as well bring a load of brush. It looks way, way better. Way better. I love it. Now I've got this big trailer full of all this old fencing stuff hooked up to the Sequoia. I'm gonna take it to the recycling place, see how much money I get. I'm glad for Google Maps. I knew where it was, but I thought, you know what, let me just put it in just to see if there's a back road or something like that I could take. Well, Google Maps said, hey, this place might be closed today. Gave them a call, sure enough, they're closed. It's a Saturday today. So I'll have to wait until Monday. But luckily, there's a never-ending list of work to do on the farm. Those might not look like much, but I'm hoping that they grow into potato plants. Let me show you how we're gonna do it. And I've got some cardboard boxes. I've seen a few videos about this, and so I'm gonna give it a try. We could plant the potatoes in the garden, but my experience has been when I put potatoes in my garden before, if I don't get every last one of them out, then they just keep growing the next year, and it's kind of hard to get rid of them. So, and then you have to dig them up. My hope with putting them in the cardboard boxes is we just dump them out, and then we see how many potatoes we have. So I'm just going to put a probably like 3 or 4 inches of compost into the box. Now I'm going to work to divide them evenly. I'm going to put the plant that's growing up like so. Kind of space them out in these boxes. Notice I took one potato and cut it into little pieces, and that way there are multiple starts from each potato. As long as you've got a couple of eyes on each one, then you should be good. Okay, now that I've got them in there, I'm just gonna put a really, really thin layer of compost over each one. Next comes a thorough watering. So you already see the chickens being fairly curious about these boxes. I'm going to close those things up. That way the chickens can't get in there. Next, I'm going to go and get some tall chain link fencing that we have at another property, the castle. I don't need it over there, but I do need it here. So that way I can enclose these garden boxes and keep these chickens out of them. That way we can plant in here, we can do anything in here, and we know that chickens won't be bothering it. Because if we put seeds in the ground, guess who's gonna be eating them? Chickens. Oh my goodness, loading all these panels has whooped me. They used to be here in the backyard. You can tell where the leaves lines are. There's where one of them used to be, and the other one used to be there. We're converting this into a duplex, and so we're gonna have 2 backyards. And each backyard does not need a 6-foot tall chain link fence around it. A 3 or 4 footer will do. Anyway, signing off. Thank you for joining me today. Oh man, we did a lot of work and it feels great. Until next time, find freedom in your life, look for it, you'll see it.